Hey everybody, thanks for coming in for another episode of the Real Estate Minute Show. This one is short. Sorry if you hear wind in the background. It's windy today, which is kind of nice. It's been hot. This episode is about being a Noodge as a client, as a buyer, as a tenant trying to lease us somewhere, and not being a Noodge. And where's that fine line? And I'll tell you what happens when you go over the Noodge line, okay? And what I mean by what is a Noodge? So if you find yourself texting, calling, and emailing the agent that you love the place and you're giving sporadic pieces of information, especially with a lease, like financial information and all this stuff, and it's coming piecemeal and there's calls on top of texts and emails, and it's all happening rapid fire in like 10, 20 minutes constantly. And if we don't get back to you in 2 seconds, you send another text, another email, and then we finally respond, and then you send 20,000 texts right in a row, you're being a Noodge, okay? If you do it over the course of the day, you're nice about it, and you're kind of, you're aggressive in how much you love the place. And that's great. You love the place. We know where it's coming from, a good place. But if you're a Noodge and you're aggressive like that, what happens is that agent expresses that to their client, okay, like they should. And that client starts saying, escrow is going to go pretty rough. If we're already starting with the Noodge line, over the Noodge line, it's going to be a tough escrow. Or that tenant, if you're applying to be a tenant in a property, that tenant is going to be kind of a pain in the butt once we get them in. You lose your shot based on how you react, how you act and conduct yourself. Because it's a human business, right? So people make human decisions. However, if you find yourself texting, calling, emailing, and the agent's just not getting back to you at all, like for an entire day and a half, then it's okay. Email, call, say, hey, please get back to me. We need to make a decision, etc. That's fine. That's not being a Noodge. That's on the agent then. If the agent thinks you're a Noodge for doing that, then the agent's an asshole. And we understand, look, if I get calls and emails, I'll be honest with the buyer or the tenant when they start becoming a Noodge. Sorry for using the word Noodge so often. But when you become a Noodge, I usually say, hey, take a minute. I understand what's going on. Compile it into one email and just send me one email. And that's it. And a lot of times they take they understand what I'm talking about. It's also a good idea, too, if you find yourself being that kind of conducting yourself like a Noodge, and you think it's starting to affect you, and you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, God damn, I hope I didn't lose my chances. Send the agent an email, a text or something, and just one text or an email, and just say, I'm really sorry that I was kind of a pain. I just really love the place, and I really want to move forward, etc. That just, kills the any sort of conduct you did in the past, and it's kind of like starting fresh. So anyway, find it before you press buttons on your phone, before you dial 50,000 times and text 10,000 times in the course of 5 seconds to the agent. Pull yourself back a little bit. It's almost like don't drunk dial or don't drunk text. It's the same thing here when it comes into real estate, okay? So do yourself a favor and just kind of back it off a little bit. We understand that you love the place. We really do on the first text. All right, take care. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week on the show.